Welcome back, my students. This is a part 2 of TIG welding. In this part, we will discuss about what are the types of TIG welding and what are the new developments are available in the TIG welding. So this video clip will mainly help you to take some project when you are reaching the final year, or if you are going to any industry, any particularly for welding industry, you may have a nice interaction with the industry peoples. So don't skip this clip, watch it till its end. So first one is TIG welding, and most of the slides I will not put any title, because if you are keep on sticking with this video, then only you will able to identify what is the process name, what is the difference, and etc etc. For the purpose, for this entire clip, most of the time I will not put any title, right? So you can see there is two images are available, A and B schematic diagram, and you can see first one having wider area, less penetration, and the second one is they're saying that something activator and penetration was extraordinary, and the bead was not a bead, width was not that much big, narrow bead. So which one you want to select? If you are asking me, I will say I will go for activators. And if you can see in this image, there is a small layer they having made, that is nothing but a activator as given as a coating. And if you see in the right hand side, you can see the TIG welding process, that's an electrode, and you can see the welding profile over here, and you can see the TIG welding TIG and their bead profile. So you may ask, what is that it's anti-TIG? No, it's not anti-TIG, it's the active TIG. Okay, active TIG, that means we are going to use some flex as activator, so that we are shortly called that as a TIG welding. So what are the activators? Activators are nothing but flex, we call it as a flex, fluorides and oxides of the powders, calcium oxide, magnesium fluoride, those things we can use. Titanium oxide also you can use. The thing is, we have to make one small coating like this, and first initially we have to take the flax powders. Okay, then carbinol they are taking, we have to mix properly, then by using one painting brush we have to apply that on that area where we are going to perform the welding. Finally on the track we are going to make the weld, right? This is activating flax, it's a torque titch, and this is a weld bead geometry. So complete penetration will be made. The previous slide I have clearly told, up to 4 mm thickness, no need of going for multi-pass, TIG will handle within one attempt. So if you are want to skip the multi-pass, you can use the TIG welding, so that penetration will be more. How much thickness? Sir, I want to make the coating, and how much thickness? It's very minute, less than 1 mm or equal to 1 mm you can make it. Still, if you are not clear, take one sellotape and apply it just this side and that side, in between you apply this coating. So that much thickness only we need. Don't put 2 mm 3 mm layers. And if you're not clear with this idea, I'll give one more example. So how we are applying the powders on your face, you taking little bit and you are mixing properly, and you put it all over the surface of the face, right? Similarly you have to apply. And this is the extraordinary image where you will get most and in-depth details for flex preparations. First you have to grind the powder, grind the raw material, so that it will become powder. We can't say that everything is fine, so that we are using sieving, different size sieving, and we are taking the fine powders. Why fine powders? Because if you are going to mix with any alcohol and acetone, it should be readily mixed. If you are using solid particle, it will not mix. That means you will not get uniform coating over it. So we are here taking methanol and oxide, we are making the proper weight, then we are mixing both in a jar or beaker. Then finally we are mixing it by using the glass rod, or we call that as stirring. After that we are going to apply by using the press, painting brush. Later we are going to perform the joint. Why we are using methanol or acetone? Thing is, it will quickly evaporate and it will not make any other third form with the flex material. These are the two things why we are using this thing. And next topic is pulse TIG welding. What are the TIGs we are pronouncing? That is conventional TIG welding or constant current TIG welding. Another modification is pulse TIG welding, because in normally in TIG welding we are having huge heat input. We need to control the heat input, but we need good bead profile. For that we are using ATIG. Now it's pulse TIG. What is pulse? As you can see, and some peaks are available, right? So during that peak only we can do the welding process, and you can see one drop, second drop, third drop, fourth drop are clearly saying that where they are made the welding process. Remaining items, this TB, what it will do? Simply it will not do anything, it will be in off position. Here we have some parameters like TP means peak current, TB means back current, that is a time pulse, right? And the average current is always be like this. Whenever it reaching the peak current, it will perform the weld. Whenever it reaching back current, it will not do anything. This will happen in fraction of second. In connection with this, we have one additional parameter, that is frequency, because we are doing the time pulse, so time can be easily related with frequency. If you want, find the formula, just try to put, if you are increasing a frequency, what will happen? If you are decreasing a frequency, what will happen? Whether these gaps are going to modify or not. These pulsing effects can also be related with EEE department. Most of the researchers, they are changing this pulse profile. Here it looks like rectangular. Some people are trying to make as a square. Some people are making as a triangle shape. Yes, who know, in future you can also make some profile to get a nice bead profiles. And these are all the small example. If the previous example is confused, you can refer this one. You can see how clearly it was shown: peak time, pulse cycle, back current time, etc. So this is the bead profile. Then each and every drop is detached, and there is a time gap is available. Because of that only we are getting this smooth bead like this, right? Another one is keyhole welding. What is keyhole? Is a normal TIG welding, and this is a keyhole welding. If you are making the tail, right, that is called keyhole welding, where we are using, if you want to weld heavy thickness job like 10 mm, 12 mm, 15 mm, you should go for keyhole TIG welding process. So within one attempt it can make maximum penetration, so that you will make the joint within one attempt. And there is a tail formation available. By seeing this itself, you can easily tell that we are using keyholes. And when it will act, so you cannot say that it will act with 100 ampere and 120 ampere. It will act more than 300 ampere, right? So these are all the one of the cross section view, how the weld pool was created, and the tail FLS plasma, and this is a bead profile, how it's act. Okay, key TIG torch. Normally all the welding torch are cooled by air cooling or water cooling, right? But keyhole torch was somewhat different. It should withstand the heavy duty, so it's somewhat different arrangement they are using, along with the water cooling arrangement. So up to 30 amperes or up to 50 amperes, there is no need of going with water cooled. Normal air cooling is sufficient, because tungsten material can withstand. Since if you are working with more than 100 amperes up to 200, 300, you should go for coolant. Water cooled torch. Water means not the normal water, they are using something different coolants. We are calling that as a water cooled torch. And while welding the workpiece is a normal TIG, it's a keyhole TIG. You can see the tail formation clearly. For that only I have placed this image. And what about this micro? You can see there's a pencil edge, sharp edge, and this is some circuit, and it was welded. It is possible for TIG? Yes, absolutely it is possible. You can see one small machines, portable machines, which going to make TIG. So what about these electrodes, sir? If you are using 1.6 mm, not 1.6 mm, 1 mm, 1.2 mm, less than 0.8 mm diameter electrode, if you are using, you can go for micro TIG welding process, and the small filler metal is melted and they are making the joint. What about the keyhole welding electrode diameter? Maybe you can go for 3.2 or 4.8. right? For each and every welding process, depending upon the current, you have to choose the correct electrode. That also one of the factors, or else the machine itself it is getting overload. You have to change the electrodes. And most of the times we have discussed there is only one pass. What about the multi pass? And here you can see 1 2 3 same track. If you are running the welding process again and again by using TIG welding torch, that will make multi-pass welding. Here three, this is a V-groove welding process. These are all the some symbols available in the welding process, we will see about later. And this also V-groove, 1 2 3 4 5 6 attempt they have made. This is V-groove top and bottom side we have made, and we have made the multi-pass. These are all the edge preparation techniques. I will put one more separate video, so nothing to worry about this edge preparation right now. And it is possible, sir? Yes, it is possible. In the real world we are making the attempt, and you can see 2 and 3 are the one more attempt we have made as a second pass and first pass, as also clearly shown in this research article. If you have any doubt, you can go to this research article, you can get. And you can see here how many passes are made. More than 20 passes have been made for making 12.5 mm joint. And this thing I moreover I have taken this paper from my one of the senior named Dr. K.C. Ganesh, who is a scholar of Dr. K.R. Balasubramanian, working in the NIT Trichy. He is also a welding specialist. If you have any doubt, you can ask him. And what about this? A circular job are going to join or making cladding? Yes, they are making cladding over one circular profile. They are using filler metal over here. TIG welding torch escape is here, and there's a lathe welding machine. So making coatings also possible. Apart from the coating, what are the things that can be performed by TIG is additive manufacturing. Yes, by melting this extra filler metal, right, we can go for additive manufacturing also. If you have an existing facility, you can try and develop the same. So thanks for watching.